I want to tell you right now, I am a U.S. Senator. I am proud of the people that I get to serve every day. I'm grateful to them that I am the fourth elected African American to this position in the history of our country. But I'm telling you this right now. All my life now goes back to Martin Luther King Boulevard. I have a great community. I may not have a community of great wealth. Median income in my neighborhood, $14,000 a person. But the richness of that community, I will never forget. They broke me and healed me. They loved me even when I didn't deserve it. And I'll never forget waking up that morning after the death of another teenage boy and walking out of my buildings into the lobby. As I walked through that lobby, I just remembered that in the 1980s, Lieutenant President Miss Virginia Jones' son was slain in that lobby, and she didn't leave the building. She and I, two of the people, made the most money of the people that lived there. She could have moved out, but she didn't leave. Here I was feeling my pain and grief, and as I walked through that lobby, I suddenly remembered that she went through that, and I come out of the lobby feeling like I'm 100 feet underwater, drowning, and there I see her. Her back is turned to me, Miss Virginia Jones. And I stop in the lobby and I look across at her, and she must have heard my thoughts because she turns around and this wise woman looks at me and says nothing. All she does is do exactly what I needed at that moment. She opened her arms. And I tell you, I'm 6'3", big man. She's 5 feet and just a smidgen. But I scurried across that courtyard like a child and jumped up into her arms, and she held me close. And she rubbed my back as I cried again on her shoulder, and she started saying these two words over and over to me softly, whispering them into my ear, and that's my message for this morning. These two words that she says, that's the message I have. To people who want to surrender to cynicism. Cynicism is that refuge for cowards, of people who don't want to fight. This is my message for people who don't understand that hope does not exist in an abstract. Hope is always a response to despair. Hope is saying despair is not going to have the last word. This is my message to those who want to fret and dismay about the current state of our political affairs. This is the message I have to people who forget where we've come from. That we have been that Daniel in the lion's den, but we rose up. That we have been Joseph at the bottom of the well, but we rose up. That we have been tied down, ready for the sacrifice, but there was a ram in the bush. She rubbed my back over and over again, this woman who had seen challenges and heartache and pain that I would never know. And as I cried there, in her arms, she rubbed my back and she said two words. She said, stay faithful. Stay faithful. Stay faithful. I want to tell you now how King closed his speech, remaining awake through a great revolution. He said, let me close by saying that we have difficult days ahead in the struggle for justice and peace. He said, but I will not yield to a politic of despair. I'm going to maintain hope as we come to Washington in this campaign. The cards are stacked against us. This time we really confront a Goliath. God grant that we will be that David of truth set out against the Goliath of injustice, the Goliath of neglect, the Goliath of refusing to deal with problems and go on with the determination to make America not great again, to make America truly great in the way that it is called to be. I tell you right now, we are not powerless. Alice Walker said the most common way people give up their power is not realizing they have it in the first place. We cannot allow our inability to do everything to undermine our determination to do something. We cannot get caught up in that state of sedentary agitation where we're sitting on our couch so upset about what's going on but fail to realize we have got to do something about it. This is the National Action Network. And no action in the cause of justice, helping a child, mentoring a brother, speaking out, standing up, no action, no matter how small, in the cause of justice is ever wasted. We are here because of the small, aggregated acts of others. And so I end with the call of a great poet who challenged us to turn our words into actions. To not just say slogans and put your hand on your heart and pledge allegiance to ideals and not be willing to sacrifice and struggle. He called on us to swear an oath, not with our words, but with our actions. And he simply said, "Oh, let America be America again. The land that never has been yet, but yet must be. The land where everyone is free. The poor man, the Indian, the Negro, me. Who made America? Whose sweat and blood, whose faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain, must make our mighty dream live again. Oh yes, I say it plain, America never was America to me, but I swear this oath, America will be." As Langston Hughes called us, may we make our nation great. May we make our nation real, not just for the powerful and the privileged few, but for the beautiful and the dignified all. Thank you.